Shalom, beloveds. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1. The words of Jeremiah, the son of Hilkiah, of the priests that were in Anathoth, in the land of Benjamin, to whom the word of the Lord came in the days of Josiah, the son of Amon, king of Judah, in the 13th year of his reign. It came also in the days of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, unto the end of the 11th hour of Zedekiah, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, unto the carrying away of Jerusalem captive in the 5th month. Then the words of the Lord came unto me, saying, Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Then said I, Lord God, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child or youth. But the Lord said unto me, Say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith the Lord. The Lord is always going to send you in, like, the den of the lion, and you're going to be with the mind of newness, purity, clean, of a child. And so every situation is going to be unknown, but don't fear the unknown. Then the Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth. And the Lord said unto me, Behold, I have put my words in thy mouth. See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms, to root out and to pull down and to destroy, and throw down, to build and to plant. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Jeremiah, what seest thou? And I said, I see a rod of an almond tree. And then said the Lord unto me, Thou hast well seen, for I will hasten my word to perform it. And the word of the Lord came unto me the second time, saying, What seest thou? And I said, I see a seething pot, or a boiling pot, and the face thereof is toward the north. Then the Lord said unto me, Out of the north an evil or calamity shall break forth upon all the inhabitants of the land. For lo, I will call all the families of the kingdoms of the north, saith the Lord, and they shall come, and they shall set every one his throne at the entering of the gates of Jerusalem, and against all the walls thereof round about, and against all the cities of Judah. And I will utter my judgments against them touching all their wickedness, who have forsaken me, and have burned incense unto other gods, and worshipped the works of their own hands. Thou therefore gird up thy loins, and rise, and speak unto them all that I command thee. Be not dismayed at their faces, lest I confound thee before them. For behold, I have made thee this day a defenced city, and an iron pillar, and brazen walls, against the whole land, against the kings of Judah, against the princes thereof, against the priests thereof, and against the people of the land. The Most High is coming for everything, everybody. There's no exemptions. You must understand that. And they shall fight against thee, but they shall not prevail against thee. For I am with thee, saith the Lord, to deliver thee. It's interesting, it just said the priest because, what is his name? It's an old school preacher, televangelist. His name is escaping me right now, but he just got hospitalized. But he was, I'll do a report on it. But he was just hospitalized, and he was for like sexual misconduct and stuff like that. But I think he's like 88, but he's up for it. So he's coming after everybody. He's not, you know, you can't run and you can't hide. The sun is shining on everything and everybody. You know, but R. Kelly just got hospitalized for his wrongdoings, saying that they try to poison him. Um, you got a lot of things happening around the world right now. A lot of things, y'all. Chapter 2. Moreover, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Go and cry in the ears, Jerusalem, saying, Thus saith the Lord, I remember thee, the kindness of thy youth, the love of thine espousals, when thou wentest after me in the wilderness, in a land that was not sown. Israel was holiness unto the Lord, and the firstfruits of his increase. All that devour him shall offend. Evil or disaster shall come upon them, saith the Lord. Hear ye the word of the Lord, O house of Jacob, and all the families of the house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, What iniquity have your fathers found in me, that they are gone far from me, and have walked after vanity, and are become vain? Neither said they, Where is the Lord that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, that led us through the wilderness, through the land of deserts and of pits, through the land of drought and of the shadow of death, through a land that no man passed through, and where no man dwelt. And I brought you into a plentiful country, to eat the fruit thereof, and the goodness thereof. But when ye entered, ye defiled my land, and made mine heritage an abomination. The priests said not, Where is the Lord? And they that handle the law knew me not. The pastors also transgressed against me, and the prophets prophesied by Baal. That's facts. And walked after things that do not profit. Wherefore I will yet plead with you, saith the Lord, and with your children's children will I plead. For pass over the isles of Chittim, and see, and send unto Kedar, and consider diligently, and see if there be such a thing. Hath a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods? But my people have changed their glory for that which doeth not profit. Be astonished, O ye heavens, at this, and be horribly afraid. Be ye very desolate, saith the Lord. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken two evils, or they have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that have no hold, that hold no water. Israel, is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled, or why is he plundered? That's, yeah. And when you think about that, you think about Cesar Borgia, you think about the first pope, because that first pope, if you look in history, was the first pope that gave permission, he gave the blessing for these people to go out and commit these atrocities and plunder and turn Israel into the servants, those homeborn slaves. They were homeborn. Do you hear that? They were homeborn. They were already born on that home, which means they were born on that land. So you wind up using them as your servants. You took everything that they had already established and claimed it as your own. The young lions roared upon them. Why is my nose hair? One nose hair is sticking up. The young lions roared upon them and yelled, and they made his land waste. His cities are burned without inhabitant. Also the children of Noph and Tahaphanes, the Tahpanhes, have broken the crown of thy head. Hast thou procured this unto thyself, in that thou hast forsaken the Lord thy God, when he led thee by the way? And now what hast thou to do in the way of Egypt, to drink the waters of Sihor? Or what hast thou to do in the way of Assyria, to drink the waters of river? Thine own wickedness shall correct thee, and thy backsliding shall reprove thee. Know therefore, and see that it is an evil thing and bitter, that thou hast forsaken the Lord thy God, and that my fear is not in thee, saith the Lord God of hosts. For of old time I have broken thy yoke, and burst thy bands, and thou saidst, I will not transgress. When upon every high hill and under every green tree thou wanderest, playing the harlot. Yet I have planted thee a noble vine, wholly a right seed. Now how then art thou turned into the denegate plant of a strange vine unto me? Wow, that's deep. That's deep. You told the Lord that you wouldn't backslide. You told the Lord that you wouldn't commit sin. And then you still keep going back. This is speaking in my own life right now. But I feel good because I feel truly humbled by it, because it's like I, I wandered, and it feels good to be, it feels good to at least start to come back. It feels good to at least knowing that, yeah, you backslided, yeah, you sinned. But when you have gone on hands and knees and you have repented and you rebuked and you have fasted and starved out all of this that you have been partaking in, it feels good. It's very humbling to know that, you know, and you just got to replant your seeds. You planted your seeds, the seeds that it gave you that was good seeds, and you wind up desecrating them and doing wrong. And to be able to, you know, pull them up out of the ground and retill the land and redo it. Hit the reset button on your old sinful wicked ways. And it's like when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, you're gonna change. And that feels good when you start doing that. So I hope that you feel encouraged to, you know, turn away from the things that you know are not of good health and good wealth, you know, for your mind, body, and spirit. For though thou wash thee with nitre, and take thee much soap, yet thine iniquity is marked before me, saith the Lord God. How canst thou say, I am not polluted? I have not gone after Baalim. See thy way in the valley. Know what thou hast done. That's taking accountability. You must know the BS that you was doing. You gotta look yourself in the mirror. You gotta know that you was in a valley doing wrong and being wrong and acting up and being stupid. You have to know that. You can't be walking around acting delusional and plausible deniability. Denial is survival. Oh, I don't want nobody to see how embarrassing I was out here doing. No. That's when you gotta check yourself. Because you're gonna be too in your pride to allow somebody else to check you. Because your mama and daddy may not be around, but your mommy and daddy in heaven will check you, the ultimate checker. Thou art a swift dromedary traversing her ways, a wild ass used to the wilderness, that snuffeth up the wind at her pleasure or in her desire, in her occasion or a time of mating. Who can turn her away? All they that seek her will not weary themselves. In her month they shall find her. That's deep. Withhold thy foot from being unshod, and thy throat from thirst. And thou saidest, there is no hope, no, for I have loved strangers or aliens, and after them will I go. As the thief is ashamed when he is found, so is the house of Israel ashamed. They, their kings, their princes, and their priests, and their prophets, saying to a stock or a tree, thou art my father, and to a stone, thou hast brought me forth. For they have turned their back unto me, and not their face. But in the time of their trouble they will say, arise and save us. But where are thy gods that thou hast made thee? Let them arise, if they can save thee in the time of thy trouble. For according to the number of thy cities are they gods, O Judah. Wherefore will ye plead with me? Ye all have transgressed against me, saith the Lord. In vain have I smitten your children, where they receive no correction. Your own sword hath devoured your prophets like a destroying lion. And that's what's happening to, like I said, with the prophets that I just mentioned. All these preachers, they're getting destroyed by their own devices, their own doing. These people were supposed to be holy in all of these churches, and they took the bag too and resold you that snake oil. So you see in the year of the snake, all of the snake oil salesmen who have been selling the people that were in the church, in the pews, in the congregations. You were seeing these people now being exposed at a high capacity. The Lord is able to destroy even the strongest of lions. O generation, see ye the word of the Lord. Have I been a wilderness unto Israel? Yes, you have. A land of darkness? Yes, you have. Wherefore say my people, we are lords. We have come no more unto thee. Can a maid forget her ornaments, or a bride her attire? That's what our women are doing too right now. They forgetting how to be ladies. They're forgetting how to be virtuous women. You're seeing everybody out here thought boxing. You're seeing every woman out here on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Rumble, X, Kick, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Yes, scantily clad. Every single person right now, crying out for attention that they never had, crying out for the attention they refuse to get from their heavenly Father. And you're forgetting your attire. You're forgetting your armor. And so, yes, you are out here in the wilderness because you are being a harlot, because you are being a Jezebel. And the Most High is uncovering you in your uncoveringness. And you're being exposed to the world. And you're showcasing this, and you can't delete those posts. This stuff is going to be up there forever. All of you women need to stop doing what you're doing. I mean, it's going to come back and bite you. For every action, there is a reaction. What makes you think that you're going to find a husband that you are trying to seek? You think a man wants to see those actions? That's why you're seeing the men having to get their act together now and become men of virtue and purpose. God gave us purpose before he gave us women. He gave us the tree before he gave us the chair. That's why it's time to put in the work to be able to heal and understand the complete difference that you have been manipulated, you have been programmed. This is time to hit the reset button and reprogram and re-engineer yourself under the path of the Most High, like many of us are doing right now. Do not forget your attire as a bride. Yet my people have forgotten me days without number. Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? Why doest thou beautify? Why doest thou beautify? Why do you have to sit there and overly beautify yourself? Why are you getting the surgeries? Why are you getting the BBLs? To find love. Love is love. You shouldn't have to do all of these things. You are literally trimming yourself down to become something of nothingness now, to where the worth that you thought you were gaining is really turning into something that is becoming the complete opposite. Truly is. The amount of videos that I see of women, where the man at? Where the man at? We right here in our Bible. We at work. We in the gym. We're doing what is necessary to stay in the good graces of the Most High. Because of the world that is going around and crumbling around us, we ain't got time to be sitting here playing around. You want to sit here and keep playing around with the Most High? You do that. You got to eat these cold potatoes of judgment. You got to be the one to face that judgment. If you want to keep forgetting what this is all about, the Most High is going to show you what He's all about. There's no need for you to follow the Dr. Fauci's of the world and thinking that you have to go under the knife. You are beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful black sisters, queens. You are beautiful as is, just like our brothers. Our greatness as is. Because the Lord made you as you are. You are special and unique, and you need to be able to take full and complete ownership and control of that and stand in it, stand 10 toes down on it. You have something that nobody else has. Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. And that's what it has happened to. You've passed down this stuff. You got to think about the Willie Lynch letters. Women are the keepers of that knowledge and education. You got to understand that this gets passed down from generation to generation. All the single aunties that was out there, now you got the single ladies out here. All the single ladies that was listening to all the single ladies, and now they all single ladies with no man in sight to protect them from this crazy, wicked world. While Beyonce got a husband and kids. You're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years old without truly having a helpmate, not having a man in your life because you followed the stupidness of this world, as we all have. And it's okay, but this is a moment of accountability. This is a moment to be able to take a step and recognize what has been going on. This is Willie Lynch letters. This is literally the Willie Lynch letters all over and over again, very subtly, quietly. Also in thy skirts is found blood of the souls of the poor innocents. I have not found it by secret search, but upon all these. Yet thou sayest, because I am innocent, surely his anger shall turn from me. Behold, I will plead with thee, because thou sayest, I have not sinned. And people will try to justify thinking that you're not exempt, ladies. You're not exempt. Why gaddest thou about so much to change thy way? Thou also shalt be ashamed of Egypt, as thou wast ashamed of Assyria. Yea, thou shalt go forth from him, and thine hands upon thine head. For the Lord hath rejected thy confidences, and thou shalt not prosper in them. And that's what the Most High is doing right now. He is tearing down all that stuff that was falsely built up in you. He truly is, because all those ways you're not prospering. It's unfortunate that you went down that way, but it's okay because you can come back home and you can get right and you can do right and you will do because it is just your calling. Chapter 3. They say, if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? Wow. Ooh. But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me, saith the Lord. Wow. This is heavy. This is deep. You have a lot of ladies out here who are thinking they can be Tatianas, that you can be harlots and Jezebels, that you can do what a man do, and that you want to operate in your masculinity, that you can sit here and do these sinful, lustful things. And you're finding out the hard way that you're ending up because you are the incubator, you are the creator, you are the vessel, you are the portal. You are the holder of these things, of these inequities as well as the blessings. Many women are becoming the incubators and the holders of many of the diseases and sicknesses that are going around this whole world right now. You're seeing many women who are ending up infected right now. Mind, body, and spirit. You cannot keep going around sleeping with men like that. You are becoming a container of these spirits, whether they're incubuses and succubuses that are bouncing around amongst each other. And you are becoming the spirit holder. You're becoming, what is that? Remember the Ghostbusters? The little thing that they used to throw on the ground and all the little ghosts would come up and stuff like that. You're becoming the container of all of those Pandoric spirits now. Many of our women are holding on to many of these things now. It's hard. I'm seeing the videos, y'all. I can't make this stuff up. I watch hours of videos. I study. I read a lot. And I'm here to help somebody to be able to turn away from their ways and stop thinking that this stuff is okay. It's not. It's not. You can't be with the man that you have created a covenant with God with. That you sat and you created a covenant with God with this man. And then you turn around and you go and sleep with the whole football team. That you go be this blonde Barbie thing that goes to sleep with 1,000 men in a day. 2,000 men in a day. And that actually may be a man. Who knows nowadays? It's 2025. But I'm here to tell you that none of these practices are okay. And they should be ashamed in your side of the field, in your community. Because the brothers over here and the men are over here, we are shaming the things that men are doing right now, the stupid things. We're not letting this stuff slide. We don't need you to be able to speak with you. We need you to be over there on that side and you correct the women while us men over here correcting the men as well. And while we all work in unison to co-ed and co-op to be able to correct each other. There's nobody exempt. We are all in the same cafeteria line eating these cold potatoes of judgment. And we just have to have an open, honest, and transparent communication and conversation. Communication is the key to communication is the key to understanding. And understanding is the key to healing, y'all. Lift up thine eyes unto the high places, and see where thou hast not been lean with. In the ways hast thou seen, hast thou sat for them, as the Arabian in the wilderness, and thou hast polluted the land with thy whoredoms and with thy wickedness. Therefore the showers have been withholden, and there hath been no latter rain. and thou hast a whore's forehead. Thou refusest to be ashamed. That goes for the men too. Men, you need to stop. Wilt thou not from this time cry unto me, my Father? Thou art my God in my youth. Will he reserve his anger forever? Will he keep it from the end? Keep it to the end. Behold, thou hast spoken and done evil things, as thou couldest. The word said also unto me in the days of Josiah the king, hast thou seen that which backsliding Israel hath done? She is gone up upon every high mountain, and under every green tree, and there hath played the harlot. And I said, after she had done all these things, turn thou unto me, but she turneth not. And her treacherous sister Judah saw it. Women are empowered now. And some people, you cannot tell them nothing. They ain't trying to hear nothing that I'm saying right now. And it's understandable. But I wouldn't be doing my correctness of myself if I wasn't blowing a horn to Ezekiel 33. Women, stop being hard-headed. Stop doing what you want to do. Stop thinking you're doing what you want to do. Likewise with men. And I saw, when for all causes whereby backsliding Israel committed adultery, I had put her away and given her a bill of divorce. Yet her treacherous sister Judah feared not, but went and played the harlot also. And it came to pass through the lightness of her whoredom that she defiled the land and committed adultery with stones and with stocks. And yet for all this her treacherous sister Judah hath not turned unto me with her whole heart, but feignedly or pretense, saith the Lord. And the Lord said unto me, the backsliding Israel hath justified herself more than treacherous Judah. Go and proclaim these words toward the north, and say, return, thou backsliding Israel, saith the Lord, and I will not cause my anger to fall upon you, for I am merciful, saith the Lord, and I will not keep anger forever. That's what he's doing right now. He's telling you, hey, I'm giving you a chance at the chance. You're seeing everything that's going on. You keep falling into these problems. I'm trying to give you a chance at the chance. I'm not trying to be mad at you. I'm trying to, I forgive you. Hey, are you gonna do it? Are you gonna, what you gonna do? I ain't finna do nothing, all right? Only acknowledge thine iniquity, that thou hast transgressed against the Lord thy God, and hast scattered thy ways to the strangers under every green tree, and ye have not obeyed my voice, saith the Lord. Turn, O backsliding children, saith the Lord, for I am married unto you. That's the key. You have made a covenant with the Lord for better, for worse, through sickness and health, for good or bad, to death do you part. To death do you part. People have taken these covenants very loosely. People have taken these with stipulations and regulations and restrictions. Unconditional love has come with conditions. You negotiating with God? Mm-mm. So You want to be put on a pedestal? We're supposed to be worshiping you? God is supposed to be worshiping the woman? Man is supposed to be worshiping the woman? Is that what it is? Is that what this come down to? Worship you on your model, in your red hills, on your pedestal? And I will take you, one of assembly, and I will bring you to Zion. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart. And that's what he's doing right now. People keep calling me a pastor and a preacher now. I accept it now. I'm just here to do it. I'm a vessel. I'm just reading the word as it is verbatim. I'm telling you. And I'm just speaking of what I've seen. Like I said, I've been everywhere. I've seen everything. And I'm so grateful and thankful to the Most High that he's given me that opportunity to be able to do that and see. So I ain't going to water this down. And I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. And it shall come to pass, when ye be multiplied and increase in the land, in those days, saith the Lord, they shall say no more. I know I've said no more. I said no more to my own BS. I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. It was cool. I've had my fun. It wasn't fun no more. I repent. Let's move on. Let's get to what we need to be getting to, that covenant. The ark of the covenant of the Lord. Neither shall it come to mind, neither shall they remember it, neither shall they visit it, neither shall that be done anymore. Anymore, y'all. I'm telling you. Just no more. No more. At that time, at that time, they shall call Jerusalem the throne of the Lord, and all the nations shall be gathered unto it. To the name of the Lord, to Jerusalem, neither shall they walk any more after the imagination of their evil heart. That's what it is, your imagination of an evil heart. Evil doesn't think it's an evil because pride covers it. It's the hardest, it's the easiest, it's most susceptible. You're going to guard that pride. You're going to guard it once it becomes a wall. Once it's behind that prideful wall, every other sin runs free and freely. You got to look at it just like no different than the United States. You got this prideful USA wall up. We're in the land. We're in the land of the free, where you can freely be a slothful. You can be gluttonous. You can be lustful. You can be as greedy as you want. Capital is the thing. Capital is the way. You should be prideful to want to be capitalist and and greedy and sleep with thy neighbor and covet thy neighbor, and you can do it all. Yeah, we got laws, but laws are meant to be broken. I'm Uncle Sammy. I'm reasonable as long as you pay my tax. And as long as you keep Lady Liberty satisfied. You gotta understand the trickery, y'all. It's an evil heart. In those days, the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel, and they shall come together out of the land of the north to the land that I have given for an inheritance unto your fathers. And that's what's happening now. You're seeing people getting their mind right, and yeah, great glory. But I said, how shall I put thee among the children and give thee a pleasant land, a goodly heritage of the host of nations? And I said, thou shalt call me my father, and shalt not turn away from me. Surely as a wife treacherously departed from her husband or her companion, so have ye dealt treacherously with me, O house of Israel, saith the Lord. A voice was heard upon the high places, or of the bare heights, weeping and supplications of the children of Israel, for they have perverted their way, and they have forgotten the Lord their God. And that's what's happening now. People ain't thinking about God right now. They're getting ready for football season. You got the FIFA Club World Cup going on. You got the NBA Finals going on right now. It's bikini season right now. Everybody trying to get that lathered up Diddy oil. So yeah, ain't nobody thinking about God right now. They trying to bask in the sun and the glory and take it away and say, it's mine. This is my sun. Give me my sunshine. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. When them skies get gray, then you want to come and get on your knees and pray. Yeah. They have forgotten the Lord their God. Return ye backsliding children, and I will heal your backslidings. Behold, we come into thee, for thou art the Lord our God. Truly in vain is salvation, hoped for from the hills, and from the multitude of mountains. Truly in the Lord our God is the salvation of Israel. For shame hath devoured the labor of our fathers from our youth, of their labors of our fathers from our youth, their flocks and their herds, their sons and their daughters. We lie down in our shame, and our confusion covereth us. For we have sinned against the Lord our God, we and our fathers, from our youth even unto this day, and have not obeyed the voice of the Lord our God. And that's facts. Chapter 4. If thou wilt return, O Israel, saith the Lord, return unto me. And if thou wilt put away thine abominations out of my sight, then shalt thou not remove. And thou shalt swear, the Lord liveth in truth, in judgment, and in righteousness. And the nations shall bless themselves in him, and in him shall they glory. For thus saith the Lord, the man of Judah and Jerusalem, break up your fallow ground, and sow not among thorns. Circumcise yourselves to the Lord, and take away the foreskin of your heart. For ye men of Judah and inhabitants of Jerusalem, lest my fury come forth like fire, and burn that none can quench it, because of the evil of your doings. Declare ye in Judah, and publish in Jerusalem, and say, blow ye the trumpet in the land. Cry, gather together, and say, assemble yourselves, and let us go into the defenced cities. That's the pride. You gotta break it. You gotta break those walls of your own pride. This is a time where pride is going to defend, deflect everything. It's going to keep you from wanting to shake and move and be dislodged from your ways. Let us go into the defense city. Set up a standard toward Zion. Retire. Stay not. For I will bring evil, I will bring disaster from the north and a great destruction. And if you continue in your ways, it's gonna bring destruction. Look at the calamities that's happened. You keep drinking, your liver gonna. You keep gambling, you're gonna be homeless out of your house. You can gamble your rent. You gotta see the cause and effect. For every action, there's a reaction, an equal and opposite one. You get what you deserve, whether it's good or bad, and you find out the hard way. The lion is come up from his thicket, and the destroyer of the Gentiles is on his way. He is gone forth from his place to make thy land desolate, and thy cities shall be laid waste, without an inhabitant. For this gird you with sackcloth, lament and howl, for the fierce anger of the Lord is not turned back from us. And it shall come to pass at that day, saith the Lord, that the heart of the king shall perish, and the heart of the princes and the priest shall be astonished, and the prophets shall wonder. Then said I, Ah, Lord God, surely thou hast greatly deceived this people in Jerusalem, saying, Ye shall have peace, whereas the sword reacheth unto the soul. At that time shall it be said to this people and to Jerusalem. Oh, this chapter 4. Chapter 4. Shalom, everybody. We're live on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Rumble, X, Kick, Facebook, and Twitch. Great glory. A dry wind of the high places in the wilderness toward the daughter of my people, not to fan, nor to cleanse. Even a full wind from those places shall come unto me. Now also will I give sentence against them, or speak judgment. Behold, he shall come up as a cloud. He shall come up as clouds, and his chariots shall be as a whirlwind. His horses are swifter than eagles. Woe unto us, for we are spoiled. O Jerusalem, wash thine heart from wickedness, that thou mayest be saved. How long shall thy vain thoughts lodge within thee? Man, how long shall thy vain thoughts lodge within thee? How long will you allow that mental real estate to be occupied by the wickedness of this world and the sins? Man, it gets so tiring and exhausting trying to keep all of these things up. It does. It truly does. When you don't occupy yourself with the edification of the Most High, everything else completely drains you in every way. It just seeps in and it drains you. It don't matter what it is. For a voice declareth from Dan, and publisheth affliction from Mount Ephraim. Make ye mention to the nations, behold, publish or proclaim against Jerusalem, that watchers come from a far country, and give out their voice against the cities of Judah. As keepers of a field are they against her round about, because she hath been rebellious against me, saith the Lord. Thy way and thy doings have procured these things unto thee. This is thy wickedness, because it is bitter, because it reacheth unto thine heart. My bowels, I am pained at my very heart. My heart maketh a noise in me. I cannot hold my peace, because thou hast heard, O my soul, the sound of the trumpet, the alarm of war, and we are at war. We are in the trenches, beloveds, from the moment you open your eyes to the moment you close them. You have been getting attacked from the beginning of your existence, the moment you came out of your mother's portal. You've had doctors and nurses try to take you out. You've had people try to steal you out of the hospital. You've had people try to touch you in these nurseries, in these daycares. You've had parents that ain't been good parents that just let you touch the stove and let you walk down the street butt naked and with a pamper on. You've had to fight millions and billions and trillions of other sperm just to get to that beautiful egg. Destruction upon destruction is cried, for the whole land is spoiled. Suddenly are my tents spoiled, and my curtains in a moment. How long shall I see the standard and hear the sound of the trumpet? For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish or stupid children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. That's so humbling right there. Wow. And many times that we run off like, I can do it. I can do it. So why did the chicken cross the road? You know, why did the chicken cross the road instead of crossing the crosswalk? And then the chicken gets hit and ends up on somebody's dinner plate, fried up, seasoned real good. Why did you cross the road instead of crossing in the crosswalk? You gotta get it. I behold the earth, and lo, it was without form and void, and the heavens, and they had no light. I beheld the mountains, and lo, they trembled, and all the hills moved lightly. I beheld, and lo, there was no man, and all the birds of the heavens were fled. I beheld, and lo, the fruitful place was a wilderness, and all the cities thereof were broken down at the presence of the Lord, and by his fierce anger. And thus hath the Lord said, the whole land shall be desolate, yet will I not make a full end. For this shall the earth mourn, and the heavens above be black, because I have spoken it, I have purposed it, and will not repent or relent, neither will I turn back from it. The whole city shall flee from the noise of the horsemen and bowmen. They shall go into the thicket and climb up upon the rocks. Every city shall be forsaken, and not a man dwell therein. And when thou art spoiled, what wilt thou do? Though thou closest thyself with crimson, thou deckest thee with ornaments of gold, though thou rentest thy face with painting, and in vain shalt thou make thyself fair. Thy lovers will despise thee, they will seek thy life. For I have heard a voice as of a woman in travail, or in a childbirth, and the anguish as of her that bringeth forth her first child, the voice of the daughter of Zion, that bewaileth herself, that spreadeth her hands, saying, woe is me now, for my soul is wearied because of murderers. That's deep. Shalom, everybody. Chapter 5. Run ye to and fro through the streets of Jerusalem, and see now and know, and seek in the broad places thereof. If ye can find a man, if there be any that executeth judgment, that seeketh the truth, and I will pardon it. And though they say, the Lord liveth, surely they swear falsely. O Lord, are not thine eyes upon the truth? Thou hast stricken them, but they have not grieved. Thou hast consumed them, but they have refused to receive correction. They have made their faces harder than a rock. They have refused to return. Therefore I said, surely these are poor. They are foolish, for they know not the way of the Lord, nor the judgment of their God. I will get me unto the great men. I will speak unto them, for they have known the way of the Lord, and the judgment of their God. But these have altogether broken the yoke and burst the bonds. And that's where, as brothers and sisters, we got to be able to get ourselves together now at this point, because we have broken those bonds. We have gotten away from the covenant, our morals and scruples. And we have partaken in the world's, you know, Willy Wonka land. You know, we've partaken into the poison candy. We fell for these things. Wherefore, a lion out of the forest shall slay them, and the wolf of the evenings shall spoil them. A leopard shall watch over their cities. Every one that goeth out thence shall be torn in pieces. Because their transgressions are many, and their backslidings are increased. And that's what's happening right now. People have gone out and have gotten torn up. Like you can't, I've seen women who have broken HIPAA laws by, you know, showing, being nurses and twerking on camera and, serving the patients the wrong medicine, or the patient's information. And people are, speaking out on things on social media that they, you know, have, created strong opinions, and have gotten overly emotional about things that don't pertain to them. And it's come back and bite them. The leopards and the lions are watching over these, and you're getting bit by these transgressions. So the amount of people who are getting in trouble because of this. So how shall I pardon thee for this? Thy children have forsaken me and sworn by them that are no gods. When I have fed them to the full, then they have committed adultery. He's like, I took care of you. I kept you fed. I kept you well. And just because you lost a couple pounds, you thought the grass was greener on the other side because somebody gave you a wink and a smile, not knowing that that wink and a smile came from a wolf in sheep's clothing or a snake behind shedded skin. Come on, y'all. And assembled themselves by troops in the harlot's house. And that's what you got. You got our women have been weaponized. Our women have been weaponized. They don't even realize that they're a weapon. And you stand prideful behind that. Man. And you're seeing 100,000 women getting let off from their jobs, getting kicked off of EBT and food stamps and all these different things. Lady Liberty and Uncle Sam are showing you that they ain't got no love for you. They were as fed horses in the morning. Everyone neighed after her neighbor's. Everyone neighed after his neighbor's wife. I had a homeboy who wanted my ex. And I saw the sign after sign, and then when it happened twice, and then it's like, everything that I've had homeboys be envious and jealous and wanted to partake in whatever I had. Envy is a cold piece. Even when you're not boasting or flashy or anything like that, people will find a reason to mark you because you become a greater image of what they should become. You become a better example of what they should become. And that's intimidating for people because they have to look at themselves in the mirror and see why and how, do or don't I measure up. Everybody always pins themselves up against each other. You have many women who look at other people's marriages and relationships and measure up as a competitive litmus test. If you don't believe me, go to any wedding. Shall I not visit or punish them for these things, saith the Lord? And shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this? Go ye up upon her walls and destroy, but make not a full end. Take away her battlements, for they are not the Lord's. For the house of Israel and the house of Judah have dealt very treacherously against me, saith the Lord. They have belied the Lord and said, they have belied the Lord and said, it is not he, neither shall evil come upon us, neither shall we see sword nor famine. All the prophet and the prophets shall become wind, and the word is not in them. Thus shall it be done unto them. Wherefore thus saith the Lord God of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people wood, and it shall devour them. Lo, I will bring a nation upon you from afar. O house of Israel, saith the Lord, it is a mighty nation. It is an ancient nation, a nation whose language thou knowest not, neither understandest what they say. Their quiver is as an open sepulchre. They are all mighty men, and they shall eat up thine harvest and thy bread, which thy sons and thy daughters should eat. They should eat up thy flocks and thy herds. They shall eat up thy vines and thy fig trees. They shall impoverish thy fenced cities, wherein thou trustedest with the sword. Nevertheless, in those days, saith the Lord, I will not make a full end with you. And it shall come to pass, when ye shall say, wherefore doeth the Lord our God all these things unto us? Then shalt thou answer them, like as ye have forsaken me, and served strange gods in your land, so shall ye serve strangers in the land that is not yours. Wow, that's deep. It's deep. Declare this in the house of Jacob, and publish or proclaim it in Judah, saying, hear now this, O foolish people, and without understanding, which have eyes and see not, which have ears and hear not. Fear ye not me, saith the Lord? Will ye not tremble at my presence, which have placed the sand for the bound of the sea by a perpetual decree, that it cannot pass it, and thou the waves thereof toss themselves, yet yet can they not prevail? Through they roar, yet can they not pass over it? But this people have a revolting and a rebellious heart. They are revolted and gone, or departed. Neither say they in their heart, let us now hear the Lord our God, that giveth rain, both the former and the latter, in his season. He reserveth unto us the appointed weeks of the harvest. Your iniquities have turned away these things, and your sins have withholden good things from you. For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait as he that setteth snares. They set traps. They set a trap. They catch men. As a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore, they are become great and waxen rich. And that's every church around the whole country, around the world. The amount of the caged birds and the caged congregation that are in there. Was that Maya Angelou, the caged bird sings? People are not trying to go into a cage to be trapped. But when you got false prophets and wicked people, They will do whatever it takes to keep you caged in there. They are waxen fat. They shine. Yea, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. They judge not the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper, and the right of the needy do they not judge. Shall I not visit for these things? Shall I not punish for these things? Saith the Lord. Shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this? And that's what's happening right now. The people that enclosed those doors during Katrina, you got to think about all of these pastors and preachers and bishops and apostles, all of these people who have partaken and taken the bag. They've taken the trinkets of Judas. When you have church and state in bed with each other, when they're the ones who have married, not married to the Most High, but married to Baal, married to the devil, Satan, in a horribly wicked covenant. Yes, all the wealth and riches and everything would be given to them, but you signed it in a dotted line with your blood, and you didn't read the fine print. When you have people like George Bush who passes the Freedom of Religion Act, and all of a sudden every pastor and preacher and apostle and bishop out of nowhere, all rich and successful, sold everybody out. You got to think of these things. A wonderful and horrible thing is committed in the land. And most of the time, the congregation is not going to see it. Most of the time, the congregation is not going to perceive that what their leaders are doing to them is wicked, because they are very convincing in their argument. These people are very cunning. They are very well mastered. They are well mastered snake oil salesmen. The prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests bear or rule by their means, and my people love to have it so. And what will ye do in the end thereof? That is so deep. So it's like people want that to be the case. They want that they're okay with being, taken advantage of. They're okay with being oppressively capitulative. They're okay with being sheep following a blind shepherd off a cliff. That's a sickness. That is a sickness right there. Chapter 6. O ye children of Benjamin, gather yourselves to flee out of the midst of Jerusalem, and blow the trumpet in Tekoa, and set up a sign of fire in Beth Ben-Hakerem. For evil appeareth out of the north, and great destruction. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely or lovely and delicate woman. The shepherds with their flocks shall come unto her. They shall pitch their tents against her round about. They shall feed every one in his place. Prepare ye war against her. Arise, and let us go up at noon. Woe unto us, for the day goeth away, for the shadows of the evening are stretched out. Arise, and let us go by night, and let us destroy her palaces. For thus hath the Lord of hosts said, Hew ye go down trees and cast a mount against Jerusalem. This is the city to be visited. She is holy oppression in the midst of her. As a fountain casteth out her waters, So she casteth out her wickedness. Violence and spoil is heard in her. Before me continually is grief and wounds. Be thou instructed, O Jerusalem, lest my soul depart from thee, lest I make thee desolate, a land not inhabited. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall thoroughly glean the remnant of Israel as a vine. Turn back thine hand as a grape gatherer into the baskets. To whom shall I speak and give warning, that they may hear? Behold, their ear is uncircumcised, and they cannot hearken. Behold, the word of the Lord is unto them a reproach. They have no delight in it, and that's what's going on right now. You're going to have many people that are not going to hear and listen to this right now. I still got to do it. On a lot of my platforms, I may not have now a single listener, but it still is out there. And I'm grateful for the ones that do. Therefore, I am full of the fury of the Lord. I am weary with holding it. I will pour it out upon the children abroad, and upon the assembly of young men together. For even the husband with the wife shall be taken, the aged with him that is full of days. And the God ain't exempt from nobody. Nobody's exempt. And it's interesting that people rather watch nonsense before you eat the nutritional things. You rather wake up in the morning and like breakfast is they say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. But then you wake up during breakfast and you're eating Twinkies and cupcakes and sodas and, you rather consume all of the nonsense of today. You rather not get the word. You rather go out here unprotected, spiritually malnourished. That's going to affect you mentally because you're going to get mentally attacked everywhere you go. And you're not going to be mentally equipped with the word first. Why would you go and be watching and listening to all of whatever is going on in the world first? Why are you going to consume what is out there in the world first? That just don't make sense to me. That's why I do this, because I'd rather make sure that this is in my system before I even go and start talking about the news or go and talking about any of these stuff that's going on around the world. I want to make sure that I at least show thyself approved by making sure that I'm here as best as I can every day. As best as I can. I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing the best I can to be here every day as much as possible to make sure that we are filling ourselves up, filling our house up, and edifying ourselves with the word of the Most High instead of watching nonsense. Not first and foremost, you ain't supposed to eat candy before you pick up a piece of fruit. What are we doing? Have we lost sight of that? This is not what we were ever taught growing up. And for us to forget that, I had to look at myself and like, shame on you, man. What's wrong with you? You sitting here ready to take, any of whatever's going on in World Star, whatever's going on in the sports, whatever's going on the Breakfast Club. You ready to watch the fights, or you ready to watch what these women are talking about, or anything like that. You ready to watch what everybody else got going on instead of being right here to be able to find out what I need to do to be able to keep my soul, mind, and spirit intact. Because when we go outside of our home is our place of peace. The moment that we step out of these doors, we are in a war zone. I'm not going to go out there without my armor on, y'all, without my sword, y'all. Going out there and I can radiate in the sun and know that I've been at least drenched in the word. For however long it is, I'm on here for an hour, 2 hours. What are we doing? What are we talking about, y'all? And it's a lot of brothers and sisters out here who are not going to listen. And that's okay, because they have to be the one to show themselves approved. Can't be worrying about nobody else. You hear because you hear. And the Most High sees the meditation of your heart, no different than he sees mine. I'm no different than any of y'all. I sin and have sinned and probably will possibly sin like I shouldn't be sinning, and I'm doing the best that I can not to sin, to keep my spirit right on the righteous path as best as I possibly can now at this point, by sitting my behind still and listening to God truly right now. At this point in my life right now, I'm about to be 40 at the end of this year. And I'm finally, the light bulb is bing. Oh, man. Therefore, I am full of fury of the Lord. I am weary with holding in. I will pour it out upon the children abroad, and upon the assembly of the young men together. For even the husband with the wife shall be taken, the aged with him that is full of days, and their houses shall be turned unto others, with their fields and their wives together. For I will stretch out my hand upon the inhabitants of the land, saith the Lord. For from the least of them even to the greatest of them, every one is given to covetousness. And from the prophet even unto the priest, everyone dealeth falsely. And that's why I ain't even be trying to be sitting here, be faking the funk and acting like I'm being false about it. I'm being honest with my own self and being honest with y'all. Like I'm doing the best I can, you know? They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly, saying, Peace, peace, when there is no peace. Were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? Nay, they are not at all ashamed, neither could they blush. Therefore, they shall fall upon them that fall. All the time that I visit them, they shall be cast down, saith the Lord. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways, and see, and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk wherein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. Also, I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they said, we will not hearken. Therefore, hear ye nations, and know, O congregation, what is among them. Hear, O earth, behold, I will bring evil upon this people, even the fruit of their thoughts. Wow. It's deep. Because they have not hearkened unto my words, nor to my law, but rejected it. To what purpose cometh there to me incense from Sheba, and the sweet cane from a far country? Your burnt offerings are not acceptable, nor your sacrifices sweet unto me. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will lay stumbling blocks before this people, and the fathers and the sons together shall fall upon them. The neighbor and his friend shall perish. And that's facts. Even in my own life, like when I was not, even in my own life, and he will put stumbling blocks. When you want to be hard-headed and you don't want to do the work, when you want to be hard-headed and you don't want to do the work, the Most High will show you who's boss. It's amazing. Great glory. Thus saith the Lord, behold, a people cometh from the north country, and a great nation shall be raised from the sides of the earth, or the farthest parts. They shall lay hold on bow and spear. They are cruel, and have no mercy. Their voice roareth like the sea, and they ride upon horses, set in array as men of war against thee, O daughter of Zion. We have heard the fame thereof. Our hands wax feeble. Anguish hath taken hold of us, and pain, as of a woman in travail. Go not forth into the field, nor walk by the way, for the sword of the enemy and fear is on every side. O daughter of my people, gird thee with the sackcloth, and wallow thyself in ashes. Make thee mourning as for a only son, as for an only son. Most bitter lamentations, for the spoiler shall suddenly come upon us. I have set thee for a tower and a fortress among my people, or an assayer, that thou mayest know and try their way, or test their way. And that's what we're in right now. It's like the Most High is truly testing it. He tested me. He whooped my butt earlier this year. All this year, he whooped me. The Most High whooped me when I wasn't listening, being hard-headed, and I kept going off on the beaten path and doing other things that I wasn't supposed to be doing. I promise you, the Most High will whoop your behind. And I'm so glad he did, because I'm here right now, standing 10 toes down. I'm so thankful. Because it's like you do the work and then you stray away and it's like, man, it ain't even worth it. And I understand it even more now, even all the way down to the bones. I'm so grateful. Hallelujah. Man, he is going to test you. He's going to forge you through that fire. You got to go through your fire. You got to get forged. Right now is the best time to get forged right now. Be ye separate, saith the Lord, touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. And I will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and daughters. You have to separate yourself from all of the nonsense. That's why you're here, getting the word, so you can be stronger. So you can be stronger. They are all grievous revolters, and that's what's happening right now. You're seeing people grieving and revolting. Grieving and revolting. That don't sound like a beautiful mixture. What are we talking about right now? You're grieving and you're revolting. You're whining and complaining, and then you're being a brat and being disobedient. That's not what the Most High is asking for you to do. These tests are necessary, beloved. I'm telling you, yes. These tests are necessary. I'm glad I went through them. My anger, my boastfulness, my laziness, my distractions, my lust, my gluttony, my greed, my pride, my narcissism. I had to get rid of all of this stuff. I had to get in check. I'm glad my test got checked. All of my multiple choices. My multiple choices, I had to go through it, and you must go through it. Yes. They are all grievous revolters. That don't make no sense. It's oxymoronic. It's like loophole. You know how they say loopholes in legislative and the government and politics and stuff like that? How do you have a loop and a hole? A loop and a hole? That's a loop and a hole. That's oxymoronic. Doesn't make sense. Walking with slanders. They are brass and iron. They are all corrupters. The bellows are burned, and the bellows are burned. The lead is consumed of the fire. The founder melteth in vain, for the wicked are not plucked away. Reprobate silver shall men call them, because the Lord hath rejected them. Chapter 7. The Lord that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Stand in the gate of the Lord's house, and proclaim there this word, and say, Hear the word of the Lord, all ye of Judah, that enter in at these gates to worship the Lord. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, amend your ways and your doings, and I will cause you to dwell in this place. Trust ye not the lying words, saying, the temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord are these. If it ain't the word, I don't know what you heard. I'm going to say it again. If it ain't the word, I don't know what you heard. If it ain't the word, I don't know what you heard. We're not finna paraphrase this. We're not gonna take it for, we're not gonna pick and prod at this like it's no scab. If it ain't the word, I don't know what you heard. I just came up with that right now, but it sounds beautiful and mine is getting coined. If it ain't the word, I don't know what you heard. And that's so true. It's so true. Everything else is lying. If it ain't the word, I don't know what you heard. I can't sit here and interpret this different than what it is written. It is written as so. Point blank, period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Ain't no questioning God. For if ye truly amend your ways and your doings, if ye truly execute judgment between a man and his neighbor, if ye oppress not the stranger, the fatherless, and the widow, and the shed not innocent blood in this place, neither walk after other gods to your hurt, then will I cause you to dwell in this place, in the land that I gave to your fathers forever and ever. Man, if you sit here and follow my laws and statutes and commandments, you will be able to walk with joy and peace in this land forever and ever. I ain't gonna lie, y'all almost took out the man who violated me when I was a kid. Almost took this man out. He didn't even know it. Whether that's incriminating or not, I'm willing to take that up with spiritual court right now. I'm not worried about man's law. To talk about. In my mind at that time, when you violate and you touch an innocent child, are you saying that that's okay to you? That wasn't okay to me, and it happened to me. This man almost got taken out by my own hands, and that was physically, mentally, and spiritually. I had to shed that. I had to forgive myself and that was a tough one. That was one of my greatest tests right there. The Lord will try you. He will put this man right in front of you and try you. What you gonna do, my son? I had to say, good game. Good game, sir. I'm gonna forgive you and I'm gonna let the Most High handle you. And I'm gonna sit right here in my current present state and stand with joy and not be ashamed and not cry and be a victim. It's interesting how the world is, huh? It's very interesting. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not covet. Yeah. And to be able to shake that and to be able to just move on. The Most High has blessed me in so many other ways that it was like you're still giving mental real estate to these things. You know, you're not. You can forgive And you can slowly forget because a tree doesn't grow in a day. Time will heal all wounds, beloveds. It does. And you're going to be okay. Behold, ye trust in lying words that cannot profit. Those lying words that keep bouncing around in your head telling you that, nah, you need to go get that. You need to go get your get back. That's that pride. Your mind playing tricks on you. Remember that song? Yeah, your mind is playing tricks on you. The devil is crafty. The devil is crafty, y'all. Behold, ye trust in lying words that cannot profit. It wouldn't have profited me if I would have shed that blood. If I would have shed that man's blood, it wouldn't have profited me. I wouldn't be here today. I'd be doing 25 to life, regardless if I felt that it was justified in my own righteous doing. I would have shed blood on this land. You know, it's amazing how things, when you look at it from hindsight, insight, and foresight. And I wouldn't have been able to recognize these things if I wasn't taking mushrooms my whole life. For the last 20 plus years, to be able to see these warning signs beforehand. I tell you that. Will ye still murder and commit adultery and swear falsely and burn incense unto Baal and walk after other gods whom ye know not? You don't even know what you worship at. You don't even know what you're standing for. This is crazy. It says, are you going to do it? He's like, I'm going to put you to the test. He's like, I'm going to put you to the test. Are you going, if you are who you say you are, a murderer, then have no fear. The stars out there. The gun is right there. Are you going to pick it up and blow his head away? Hey, hey, yeah. Are you going to do it? He's asking you right now, will you? Are you going to steal? Are you going to murder, commit adultery, swear falsely, and burn incense to Baal? Meaning to Satan, to the devil, to all of these demonic forces that are around you. The transfer of spirits is real. Strong drink wine and spirits. You become an empty vessel that gets conjured and becomes easily manipulatable. Worshipping all these other gods. Vanity. Vanity breeds insanity. And come and stand before me in this house, which is called by my name, and say, we are delivered to do all these abominations. How are you delivered, but you're still doing it? How are you sitting here reading this book, but you ain't delivered from these things? You still wanting to go do all of these crazy stuff right now. You still out here gambling. You still out here being a hoe. How? You still commit these abominations. How? Show is shadow work. I had to go into deep, thick darkness. That's what you gotta do. You gotta go into that deep, thick darkness and go talk to the Most High, because the Most High got a word for you. He got a word. He gotta talk to you. In this house, which is called by my name, become a den of robbers in your eyes? Behold, even I have seen it, saith the Lord. But go ye now unto my place, which was in Shiloh, where I set my name at the first, and see what I did to it for the wickedness of my people Israel. And now, because ye have done all these works, saith the Lord, when I spake unto you, rising up early and speaking, but ye heard not, and I called you, But ye answered not. Therefore will I do unto this house, which is called by my name, wherein ye trust, and unto the place which I gave to you and to your fathers, as I have done to Shiloh. And I will cast you out of my sight, as I have cast out all your brethren, even the whole seed of Ephraim. Therefore, pray not thou for this people, neither lift up cry nor prayer for them, neither make intercession to me, for I will not hear thee. And that's real. You can't sit here and be so deep, I'm telling you. If people gonna keep doing what they doing, they say that I am my brother's keeper, but if my brother doesn't want to be kept, why are you sitting there praying for them? Why are you gotta stand in this same cafeteria lunch line like everybody else about to get your judgment. You think you got time to sit there and eat somebody else's cold, lumpy potatoes of judgment? Are you gonna take your homegirl's lumps? She out here thought boxing, got all type of diseases. You gonna sit here and vouch for her? Oh, she my friend, but she a good person. No, are you gonna vouch for your homie knowing that he out here touching kids? Oh man, that's my boy, but I know he out here slinging dope and murdering folks. But like, you gonna sit here and eat some? You need to worry about your cold, lumpy potatoes of judgment right now, while you're sitting here eating everything else that is not nutritional, and you're not getting back into this book. If it ain't the word, I don't know what you heard. Therefore, pray not for thou this people, neither lift up a cry nor prayer for them, neither make intercession to me, for I will not hear thee. Seest thou not what they do in the cities of Judah, and in the streets of Jerusalem? They don't see it right now. You have to let people go through their pain. People want to move into your house. Hey, I'm doing bad. I'm down bad. Oh man, some things going on right now. Hey, I'm trying to get clean. I'm trying to do all of this. They got to go through that. I had to go through that. Homeless, whatever the case may be. I lived in my car. I've been humbled. I have gone days where there was not an ounce of food in my stomach. And I didn't ask my family. I didn't call them up. Just like my stomach saying, say it for the people in the back. I am fasting right now. So yeah, drinking nothing but this beautiful steak water. This beautiful steak water. I'm over here fasting. Filet mignon. Bon appetit, y'all. Because that's what it takes. If you truly believe and you got faith, you got to have extreme courage to knowing that the Most High is going to deliver you from all of what is in you. You got to shake it, especially now. This ain't the time to be playing with God right now, and I'm not finna. So yeah, I take it very deep and I take it very serious. Amen. Hallelujah. The children gather wood, and the fathers kindle the fire, and the women knead their dough to make cakes to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto the other gods, that they may provoke me to anger. And that's what people are doing right now. Do they provoke me to anger, saith the Lord? Do they not provoke themselves to the confusion of their own faces? And that's what you're seeing, all of these folks that have been marching in the streets. No more kings. No more kings. All off rhythm, off beat, unseasoned potato salad. You've been provoking, smiling and mocking, grandstanding pridefully. This is the USA. This is my Cowboys, and this is my whatever. Whatever you're sitting here boasting and holding up on a pedestal, you are worshiping other things People, places, things, and ideas, however you want to sit there and, and compartmentalize it. When you're worshiping people, places, things, and ideas, you find out the hard way. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, behold, my anger and my fury shall be poured out upon this place, upon man, and upon beast, and upon the trees of the field, and upon the fruit of the ground, and it shall burn, and shall not be quenched. And that's what you're seeing. All the strawberry patches, all the farmland, everybody's going through it right now. Everything, everyone, everywhere. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, put your burnt offerings unto your sacrifices, and eat flesh. For I spake not unto your fathers, nor commanded them in the day that I brought them out of the land of Egypt, concerning burnt offerings or sacrifices. But this thing commanded I them, saying, obey my voice, and I will be your God, and ye shall be my people, and walk ye in all the ways that I have commanded you, that it may be well unto you. But they hearkened not, nor inclined their ear, but walked in the counsels and in the imaginations of their evil heart, and went backward, not forward. Since the day that your fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt unto this day, I have even sent unto you all my servants and the prophets, daily rising up early and sending them. Facts. Whether he's sending me to you through me, I'm just a vessel. It's not about the messenger, it's about the word. Are you getting the word that you are supposed to be having right now to prepare yourself and protect yourself when you go outside, because we are in a war zone? Yet they hearken not unto me, nor incline their ear, but harden their neck. They did worse than their fathers. And that's what's happening now. It's amazing what people do when you ain't got nothing, when you on hard times, and your kids are starving and you ain't got nothing to eat. It's interesting what you become. It's very interesting what you become out here in this world when your back is up against the wall. Therefore, thou shalt speak all these words unto them, but they will not hearken to thee. Thou shalt also call unto them, but they will not answer thee. But thou shalt say unto them, this is a nation that obeyeth not the voice of the Lord their God, nor receiveth correction or instruction. Truth is perished and is cut off from their mouth. Man, this is so deep. Cut off thine hair, O Jerusalem, and cast it away, and take up a lamentation on high places. For the Lord hath rejected and forsaken the generation of his wrath. For the children of Judah have done evil in my sight, saith the Lord. They have set their abominations in the house which is called by my name, to pollute it. And they have built the high places of Tophet, which is in the valley of the son of Hinnom, to burn their sons and their daughters in the fire which I commanded them not. Neither came it into my heart. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be called Tophet, nor the valley of the son of Hinnom, but the valley of slaughter. Wow. For they shall bury in Tophet till there be no place. And the carcasses of this people shall be meat for the fowls of the heaven and for the beasts of the earth, and none shall fray them or frighten them. Then will I cause to cease from the cities of Judah and from the city and from the streets of Jerusalem the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride, for the land shall be desolate. Chapter 8. At that time, saith the Lord, they shall bring out the bones of the kings of Judah, and the bones of the princes, and the bones of the priests, and the bones of the prophets, and the bones of the inhabitants of Jerusalem out of their graves. And they shall spread them before the sun, and the moon, and all the hosts of heaven, whom they have loved, and whom they have served, and after whom they have walked, and whom they have sought, and whom they have worshipped. They shall not be gathered, nor be burned. They shall be for dung upon the face of the earth. And death shall be chosen rather than life by all the residue of them that remain in this evil family, which remain in all the places whither I have driven them, saith the Lord of hosts. Moreover, thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Lord, shall they fall and not arise? Shall he turn away and not return? Why then is this people of Jerusalem slidden back by the perpetual backsliding? They hold fast deceit. They refuse to return. And I, I hearkened and heard, but they spake not aright. No man repented him of his wickedness, saying, What have I done? Everyone turned to his course, as the horse rusheth into battle. And that's interesting. That's so interesting that people want to act dumb. Quit acting dumb like you know you ain't doing what you doing. Are you kidding me? You know exactly what the hell you've been doing. You can't sit here and fool God. The sun is shining brighter than it's ever shined throughout history, and it is showing you, and you want to sit here and play dumb. I didn't know that was sin. I didn't know that I was just sliding into the DM. No. We ain't gonna keep playing these games. You're grown. You grown. You grown. You grown. You grown. It's time to take accountability for all of your actions, all of your words, all of your emotions, all the meditation in your heart. Yea, the stork in the heaven knoweth her appointed times, and the turtle and the crane and the swallow observe the time of their coming. But my people know not the judgment of the Lord. That's interesting that the wildlife always knows when something is coming, like when they see a disaster coming, and the people don't know jack, because you've calcified yourself to be in tune with the spirit. You've calcified yourself with all the sodas and the sweets and the sugars, and you lost sight of what is important in this world right now. You have gone out of your door frame unprotected. You're here right now because you are looking to get protected. You are getting the word by some way, somehow. Whether you're listening on your devices as you're at work, or while you're working out, or working on your crafts. But you are doing better right now with the little group that I have on all of my platforms simultaneously right now than the 8 billion people right now who are sludging like pigs in sloth in their devices, in their inequities right now, are not hearkening to the word of the Lord right now. They're choosing and they're acting like they don't know. Oh, I didn't know the difference. I didn't know that I was going. No, you knew. You knew, and you choose to be watching Tatiana's on World Star. You chose to be sitting there doing these things. Come on now. How do ye say, we are wise, and the law of the Lord is with us? Lo, certainly in vain made he it. The pen of the scribes is in vain. The wise men are ashamed. They are dismayed and taken low. They have rejected the word of the Lord. Even the wise men that we sit here and put, in the nations. All of the nations, when they sit there and drift off and drift you off into wanting to talk about all of these other topics and circumstances. Yes, those other topics and circumstances are there. They are appetizing. They are salacious. They are desirable. They are delicatessens. But if you ain't eating this word fruitfully first, what are we doing, y'all? What are we doing? That's like going to the gym and then going to eat a burger and shake and candy after that. You're being counterproductive in your work that you're supposed to be doing to show thyself approved to the Most High right now. Point blank, period. If it ain't the word, then I don't know what you heard. Simple as that. You're playing with yourself. You're playing with God right now. Therefore will I give their wives unto others, and their fields to them that shall inherit them. For every one from the least even unto the greatest is given to covetousness. From the prophet even unto the priest, every one dealeth falsely. For they have healed and hurt of the daughter of my people slightly, saying, Peace, peace, when there is no peace. Where were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? Were you ashamed when you committed abomination? That question right there, you need to go into deep introspection and meditation and do your shadow work thinking about that. Were you in deep shame when you were committing what you were doing, when you were smoking that stuff, when you were sleeping with your homie's girl? When you were cheating, when you were on that slot machine? Were you thinking about the abominations in the midst of your pleasurable desires? Were you? Oh, what had happened was I couldn't just help myself. I couldn't help myself. Lord, you know who I am. You know, you know I got to. No, no. This ain't, God ain't finna sit there and excuse when you sit here and you smack him back in the face with your backsliding. I know this myself personally. I can speak on my own self. You need to go into deep introspection and think on that right now. After we finish. For real. Were you ashamed when you had committed those abominations? Nay, they were not at all ashamed, neither could they blush. Therefore shall they fall among them that fall in the time of their visitation. They shall be cast down, saith the Lord. The Lord ain't playing with nobody right now. Ain't nobody exempt. I will surely consume them, saith the Lord. There shall be no grapes on the vine, nor figs on the fig tree, and the leaf shall fade, and the things that I have given them shall pass away from them. Why do we still sit? Why do we sit still? You know why we sit still? Because you're not occupied. You can actually get focus. You actually get clarity. You can actually breathe calmly. You don't have anxiety. You're not all fidgety. You're not all paranoid. That's why you must sit still. I can tell you now, the Most High sat my black ass still right now. I'd have been traveling all over the country doing this, doing that, enjoying everything that I want to do. Going to Lambeau Field, Packers games, and all type of stuff, fishing and all type of stuff, instead of sitting my behind still and finishing doing the work that the Most High told me to do. Son, I need you to finish reading this book. But Lord, I gotta go to this strip club. Lord, did you see Miss Markle? You see what she was doing? No, son, I need you to finish my book. Because were you not ashamed when you were in those abominations? And now when I look back at all these things when I was tested, yeah. So this is why you must sit still, so you can be able to take heed to not repeat the same stuff, because the days are different than what they were. Haven't you seen eclipses? Haven't you seen the solar flares that are kicking down to the earth right now? AT&T just went through an outage because of the sun flares that are being sent to the earth right now, knocking out all of your satellite communications. These people don't know what to do right now. Chaos ensuing across the whole world. Iran is bombing Israel, and Israel is bombing Iran. And you got Iraq and Sudan and all of the other places in between there. They're like, hey, you over here shooting above us. Hey, we don't know if you're going to drop one on us. So now you got this whole region out there all in chaos. This is why you must sit your behind still. But this is prophecy. Assemble yourselves. That's what you're supposed to do. Collect yourself. Assemble yourself. Get yourself together. Yourself is all over the place. You scatterbrained. You ain't thinking straight. You ain't thinking clearly. You don't know what to do. You're overwhelmed. You got too much stuff on your plate. You can't even chew right. You don't even know what you're supposed to be doing right now. Let us enter into the defense cities and let us be silent there. You got to break through that wall of pride. You got to go through that wall of your pride. You must humility. You must go through that ego death. You must go through that ego death. You must be able to see the real you. Like I said, shrooms, the essence journey, the sacred mushroom has been one of the main tools that I've used that have helped me to see me. And let us be silent there, for the Lord our God hath put us to silence. Silence is might, and given us water of gall to drink. You must have the gall. You must have the testicular fortitude to stand up to yourself and tell yourself, you so quick to go to you so quick to go to Walmart, Costco, Sam's Club to get a refund on an item that you didn't have for 3 years. No, they only got a 14-day policy, man. I didn't have this for 2 years. You got to take it back. No, but you willing to call a refund. You willing to throw a big ass pissy fit in the store on the floor like a brat, but you don't want to get a refund on your own foolishness. You got the unmitigated gall. Because we have sinned against the Lord. You sinned against the Lord. Not your mama, not your daddy. Your mama and daddy got to worry about their own. Your children got to worry about their own. Your friends, your homies, your girlfriend, everything, they got to worry about their own. You committed sin against the Lord. You opened your mouth. You thought those thoughts. You took those actions, y'all. It's time to take accountability right now. We looked for peace, but no good came, and for a time of health, and behold trouble. The snorting of his horses was heard from Dan. The whole land trembled at the sound of the name of his strong ones, for they are come and have devoured the land and all that is in it, the city and those that dwell therein. For behold, I will send serpents, cockroaches among you. This is the year of the snake, y'all. You're gonna get bit by your own ways if you don't turn right now. And I promise you, I am testament to that right now. If I did not turn away, ooh, man, I'd have been in a world of trouble. And so I'm trying to help somebody out there. I hope that you can turn away from your ways. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Me doing what I'm doing right now is so much more worth it. It's so much more edifying and so much more beautiful. I get up and I read my book. I get up and I work out. I take care of myself now. Peace is peaceful. You must seek that out right now. It's going to be all right. You can let go. Remove yourself from all of your homies that ain't doing it right now, that's still out here acting stupid. Remove yourself from your homegirls that's still out here trying to scam and scheme on brothers or on the system or anything like that. Nah, it's okay to remove yourself and go into that silence. You need to do the work on yourself right now. Among you which will not be charmed, and they shall bite you, saith the Lord. When I would comfort myself against sorrow, my heart is faint in me. Wow, great glory. Behold the voice of the cry of the daughter of my people because of them that dwell in the far country. Is not the Lord in Zion? Is not her king in her? The Most High is in you, beloveds. Why have they provoked me to anger with their graven images and their strange vanities? Why do you have 3 closets full of shoes and heels? Why do you have 44 purses? Why have you put all of your money into Starbucks and Sephora? Why haven't you built that daycare for your beloved sisters? Unity in the community. Where's that sisterhood? All of the sororities and the fraternities, these private social clubs that you, as a public, are not a part of? Why aren't there any apprenticeships among the lawyers and the doctors and the scientists to be able to help these young beloveds that are in the ghetto or in the projects or in the hood that are screaming out, Lord, help me. I wish you sent me somebody to get me out of this circumstance because I want to fly planes, because I want to fix ships. All these little kids out here who want a chance, who's crying out for a chance because their daddy don't give a damn about them. He over there messing with the next woman. Her mama in the club trying to find her next dude because she need help with her bills. The harvest is past, the summer is ended, and we are not saved. For the hurt of the daughter of my people am I hurt. I am black. Astonishment, meaning mourning, hath taken a hold on me. We are in the days of mourning now where you can look on it now. The amount of videos that you're seeing people who have lost everything, who are losing everything, and they don't know where to turn. They're mourning and they're crying and they're whining, begging and pleading on TikTok. Remember when TikTok almost closed down? Remember when they turned the lights off? And the whole dang world went crazy buku? Remember when they almost turned off any of these social medias? MySpace, people lost their mind when MySpace went down. People lost their mind when Napster went down. People lose their mind over their social media, how addicted we are. How much we put on a pedestal and worshiping this invisible device. How much we get away from our natural and holistic ways. When's the last time you went and put your feet in some sand or dirt? When's the last time you went and go hug the tree? When's the last time you just sat on a hilltop and let the air just blow through your hair or your beard? When was the last time you just let the salt of the ocean shade your skin to allow you to blossom into a beautiful butterfly that you are? Is there no balm in Gilead? Is there no physician there? Why then is not the health of the daughter of my people recovered? Chapter 9. Oh, that my head were waters and my eyes a fountain of tears, that I might weep day and night for the slain of my daughter of my people. Oh, that I had in the wilderness a lodging place of wayfaring men, that I might leave my people and go from them, for they be all adulterers, an assembly of treacherous men. Adultery is a partaking in anything that is of perverseness. And there's so many things that are out here. And they bend their tongues like their bow for lies. The snake tongue. We're in the year of the snake, the slithering of the snakes. People are snake charming you into exactly what they want you to do. And people are getting more devious in that. They've mastered this. When you're looking at all these pastors and preachers, they've mastered this stuff, man. These politicians, these leaders, all these people, they have mastered these things. And now they're being exposed. You're seeing them. We followed them. We listened to them. They were people of influence. We looked up to these people just to find out that they're sinners just like us. But they're the ones that didn't want to turn back. They just kept going down. They kept going down the snake pit, going down in the snake hole. And it's like, wow, ooh, I don't want to go down there. No, turn back. Then you went and got yourself healed, and you went and got yourself right, and you're still staying on the beaten path as way as you are right now. And they bend their tongue and bow for lies, but they are not valiant for the truth upon the earth. For they proceed from evil to evil, and they know not me, saith the Lord. And that's what's happening right now. You're seeing people bounce from, hustle to hustle. Take ye heed every one of his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother, for every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders. People will leave you. They will. You can't trust no damn body, y'all. I've had the closest people in my life do me wrong. When you think that these people ain't gonna do you wrong, like when you try to stand up and be as upholding to these people. And it's vice versa. People could be looking at me like I've been doing them wrong or anything like that. When in your eyes, I could be, thinking that I have been doing you right this whole time. But people will have their own perceptions, their own perspective. But at the end of the day, the Most High knows the meditation of your heart, and He is the ultimate caller of that. And He will be able to distinguish between you and that person. Who was really a good person? Who was really telling the truth? Yeah. And they will deceive everyone his neighbor and will not speak the truth. They have taught their tongues to speak lies, man, and weary themselves to commit iniquity. And people that are not walking righteously, you must know 100% that these people are wicked, or that if you are not in your word, if you have not done any of the work to show thyself approved, not to be sitting here trying to do it for your mama, daddy, and everybody else, no. God will truly show you who you are when you can be trying to fake it to everybody else, putting on that makeup and that mask. Man, it's for real. And they will deceive everyone his neighbor and will not speak the truth. They have taught their tongue to speak lies and weary themselves to commit iniquity. Thine habitation is in the midst of deceit. Through deceit they refuse to know me, saith the Lord. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, I will melt them and try them, for how shall I do for the daughter of my people? Their tongue is as an arrow shot out. It speaketh deceit. One speaketh peaceably to his neighbor with his mouth, but his heart he layeth his weight. Just diabolical, man. Diabolical. Shall I not visit them for these things, or punish them for these things? Shall the Lord, saith the Lord, shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this? For the mountains will I take up a weeping and wailing, and for the habitations of the wilderness a lamentation because they are burned up, so that none can pass through them, neither can men hear the voice of the cattle. Both the fowl of the heavens and the beast are fled, they are gone. And I will make Jerusalem heaps and a den of dragons, and I will make the cities of Judah desolate, without an inhabitant. Who is the wise man that may understand this? And who is he to whom the mouth of the Lord hath spoken, that he may declare it? For what the land perisheth and is burned up like a wilderness, that none passeth through. And the Lord saith, because they have forsaken my law, which I set before them, I have not obeyed my voice, neither walked therein, but have walked after the imagination of their own heart, and after Baalim, which their father taught them. So this stuff gets passed down from generation to generation. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I will feed them, even this people, with wormwood, and give them water of gall to drink. I will scatter them also among the heathen, whom neither they nor their fathers have known. And I will send a sword after them, till I have consumed them. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider ye, and call for the mourning women, that they may come, and send for cunning women, that they may come. And let them make haste, and take up a wailing for us, that our eyes may run down with tears, and our eyelids gush out with waters. For a voice of wailing is heard out of Zion. How are we spoiled? We are greatly confounded, because we have forsaken the land, because our dwelling have cast us out. Yet hear the word of the Lord, O ye women, and let your ear receive the word of his mouth, and teach your daughters wailing, and every one her neighbor lamentation. For death is come up into our windows, and is entered into our palaces, to cut off the children from without, and the young men from the streets. Speak, thus saith the Lord, even the carcasses of men shall fall, as dung upon the open field, and as a handful after the harvestmen, and none shall gather themselves. Thus saith the Lord. And that's number one right now too, is that the women must not let these kids go astray like that, man. That's what that's saying right there. It's not, you're supposed to be holding these kids. The men are off having to fight the dragons. The men are out here having to fight in the wars. You're not on the front line like that. You must protect the children at all costs. The men are here to do it with you as well. But we're going to fight the bigger and badder and best of the things that are coming after y'all. Because if we don't do it and protect y'all, you guys are going to be vulnerable. So we need you to be able to protect the even more vulnerable, because you guys are vulnerable and susceptible to these attacks, even worse. So that's why we had to get ourselves together so we could be able to protect you from those things. And we need y'all to protect the children right now. We need y'all going back into these streets to be able to get these kids right. We need y'all to be women of virtue. We need y'all to be women of righteousness. We need y'all to be women, not the men. Stop trying to be the man. Let the men do the man part. We got it. Don't worry about it. We need y'all to be fit, feminine, and friendly. We need y'all to be nurturing. We need you to be the gatekeepers of the knowledge. We need y'all. We need you ladies. Help us to be able to help y'all. Thus saith the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches. Man, this is so deep. Because man will do that. Man got a lot of ego and pride too. You guys are our balance. That we need y'all just as much as y'all need us. We need to stop the conversations of, I don't need no man, I don't need no woman. You got to stop these. We have to. We need God first and foremost. And then everything else after that follows the way it does follow itself. But let him that glorifieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am the Lord, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth, for in these things I delight, saith the Lord. I'm so grateful that the Lord has given me loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness, much more, and not being such a hard head or a hot head, being ignorant, dumb, and egotistical out here. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will punish all them which are circumcised with the uncircumcised, Egypt and Judah and Edom, and the children of Ammon and Moab, and all that are in the utmost corners, that dwell in the wilderness. For all these nations are uncircumcised, and all the house of Israel are uncircumcised in the heart. Chapter 10. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman, with the axe. They deck or decorate it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it not move. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, nor they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good. For as much as there is none like unto thee, O Lord, thou art great, and thy name is great in might. Who would not fear thee, O King of nations? For to thee doeth it appertain, for as much as among all the wise men of the nations, and in all their kingdoms, there is none like unto thee. But they are altogether brutish and foolish, and stock is a doctrine of vanities. Silver spread into plates is brought from Tarshish, and gold from Uphaz, the work of the workman, and of the hands of the founder. Blue and purple is their clothing. They are all the work of cunning men. But the Lord is the true God. He is the living God and an everlasting King. At his wrath the earth shall tremble, and the nations shall not be able to abide his indignation. Thus shall ye say unto them, the gods that have not made the heavens and the earth, even they shall perish from the earth and from under these heavens. That's facts. All these people that are worshiping the technology and all of these other things, yeah. It's no different than like the show, The American Gods. It's like we sit here and worship money and guns and media and technology and stuff like that. Like it was versus all the old gods type of thing. It was versus in our new current modern timeline. It's like these things can get easily washed away by the God Almighty. Y'all forgetting that. He hath made the earth by his power. He hath established the world by his wisdom, and he hath stretched out the heavens by his discretion. When he uttereth his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heavens. and he causeth the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He maketh lightnings with rain, and bringeth forth the wind out of his treasures. Every man is brutish in his knowledge. Every founder is confounded by the graven image. For his molten image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them. They are vanity or futile, and the work of errors. In the time of their visitation, they shall perish. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, or the maker of all things. And Israel is the rod of his and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name. Great glory. Hallelujah. It's good to hear that part. Gather up thy wares out of the land, O inhabitant of the fortress. For thus saith the Lord, behold, I will sling out the inhabitants of the land at this once, and will distress them, that they may find it so. Woe is me for my hurt, my wound is grievous. But I said, truly, this is a grief, and I must bear it. So it's like the Most High is willing to take that on his heart for all of the stuff that these people then did, and willing to remove them. My tabernacle is spoiled, and all my cords are broken. My children are gone forth of me, and they are not. There is none to stretch forth my tent any more, and to set up my curtains. For the pastors, for the pastors or the shepherds are become brutish or dull-hearted, and have not sought the Lord. Therefore they shall not prosper, and all their flocks shall be scattered. And that's what's happening to all the churches, if you believe so right now. I keep forgetting that man's name, but he had a heart attack. These people are being stricken in their souls right now. Facts. Behold, the noise of the bruit, or the bruit, the report is come, and a great commotion out of the north country, to make the cities of Judah desolate, and a den of dragons. O Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. Facts. O Lord, correct me, but with judgment, not in thine anger, lest thou bring me nothing. Pour out thy fury upon the heathen or the Gentiles that know thee not, and upon the families that call not on thy name. For they have eaten up Jacob, and devoured him, and consumed him, and have made his habitation desolate. And that is the end of Jeremiah chapter 10. Great glory. Shalom, family.